Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited today to have this interview with a wonderful woman that you're going to want to get to know and hear all about how God is using her in the world and how you can be a part of that journey. So let me just introduce my friend, Nicole Gribstab. She is an acclaimed best-selling author, dynamic motivational speaker, and she truly embodies the essence of a transformative empowerment. She's a seasoned deliverance mindset minister and an insightful practical Bible application guide. She also is a homeschool parent, a wellness advisor, and Nicole expertly tailors her guidance to uplift and enrich the family unit, starting from one person at a time. And she specializes in equipping Christian professionals who are driven yet caught in the throes of overwhelm, confusion, and anxiety. And Nicole's strategies pave the way for helping you find that blend of fun, fitness, freedom, and fulfillment to be able to accomplish your God-sized dreams. Hello, Nicole. So glad
Hi.
to have you here.
Hi, Lisa. So good to be here with you. I'm so excited. Even as you read that, I get excited. I get motivated to do these things. I love doing these things.
Well, you are so passionate about this, and I know that you have a way of really helping women go after, not just go after, but be able to see the possibility and achieve those God-sized dreams with your God-fident life system. And I'd love that if you would share, before we get into talking about your system, talk about how you came to discover this God-fident life system.
Well, like most of us, we live in a fallen world. We have struggles. I don't know anybody that doesn't have struggles or some form
Mhm.
of stress on a daily basis, right? And so
Mhm.
as for me, uh, I like I like freedoms. I like happiness. I'm a feeler. I don't like to be in a place of stuck and constantly and on a repetitive basis. So for me, honestly, I got tired of being stuck. I got tired
Mhm.
of stress all the time. I got tired of on the outside, I may be doing all the stuff and going through the motions, the conveyor belt. Everything seems fine. I can progress, right? You have your degrees, you have your children. On the outside, life can look great, but on the inside, I got tired of being in turmoil all the time. I got tired of being stressed and just no peace inside. So
Mhm.
I started to, how I came to this, I started to really seek God and to ask the question, God, you are love, you're sovereign. How are you truly sovereign? I need to test it out.
Mhm.
I was so tired of that hamster on the wheel thing where you just feel like running constantly really fast going nowhere. Although I've been a Christian my whole life, I go to church, I go through all the motions. I believe the things, but I wasn't understanding why it wasn't working for me. So I really
Mhm.
was seeking, Lord. I said I need it to finally work for me. I need my God to be as big as he says and as sovereign, whatever he says. If he truly is those things, I need to find out how God can be truly big for me in my inner peace, in my every aspect of my life. And I
Mhm.
was ready to do that with determination. So I
Wow.
saw the Lord and I found. And now I want to show the world what I found.
Wow. Well, I'm sure if you're listening today and you feel stuck, you're in that place where you're just fed up with the hamster wheel, then I want you to stay tuned till the complete time here. You're going to find out some amazing things to help you get unstuck. So that is so cool. It's a process. So how did you now when you're passing this on to the wonderful way that God has allowed you to bring that same life and freedom into other people's lives. How do you do that? Do you have a system in place? Do you have a process you bring people through?
Yes. And so I have the pillars is called faith foundation system. Then we have
Mm,
the framework. And then we also have the divine design activator, the God-sized dreams. And then finally we have the God-fident life blueprint that I like to share.
mm,
Interestingly enough, not just in my life journey, but uh, I would be people would be able to leverage my 45 years with the Lord. It's been a long journey, a good.
mm,
And so, I also what is interesting through my journey of homeschooling, the Lord have shown me a lot within because I got to witness life from beginning in my womb all the way out, and I get
Mhm.
to witness that every single day. So I got to see that development. In that process, God showed me so many things that
Mhm.
you wouldn't otherwise. It's like a scientist in the lab. You see and observe everything. So I had the privilege of doing that, and I still have the privilege of doing that. And God just showed me so many amazing things through my homeschool process.
Wow, yeah. So you get it up close and personal. And so let's just unpack that a little bit. You talked about the faith foundation system, and I know that you and I have had conversations about this. And really, for our listeners, just to help them to understand like some of these elements that are necessary for them to be able to create this God-fident life. No, yes, we're saying this intentionally, the God-fident life, not confident life, the God-fident life, your confidence centered on God. And so I know the faith foundation system, it deals with, maybe describe a little bit about what that deals with.
So it's interesting in my homeschool process, we study every subject under the sun. I started to
Mm,
ask the question, Lord, there must be more reason why you call me to homeschooling than just have my kids finish school and go to college and get a job. Because they could do that in regular school. Why did you call me to homeschooling? In the process, the Lord said, I'm glad you asked because there is a reason. So when we study geography, the Lord opened the doors of why am I just studying geography? The Lord said, I want you to know history, but together with geography, how things move in the land. And then in the Bible, how you connect it together, you can see people move and economics. Everything came to play. Godfidence, because we can have the confidence knowledge as a person, but without God, you can do things without peace. With God, you can
mhm.
peace and such fervor that you're unstoppable. Whereas the
Wow.
other, you are stoppable. This way, the goal is to get to the unbreakable, unshakable, unstoppable, and limitless for the kingdom. So what he showed me was that in the foundation system framework is that there's characters in the life. As we see in history, when I read stories to my kids, in everything we study, I've noticed there's characters, and then I translate to the Bible. Hey, there's characters there too. So the Lord says, in this story, big picture, who is the devil? Name the characters. Who is in there? It's God. The Trinity, Spirit, Jesus. Devil, there's people, our sheep, and then there's ourselves, the character. His question challenge is like, which character do you play? Which character
Mm,
are you? Because whatever character that is you need to find out what that is and play it out full force with laser focus. And that is
mm.
you unstoppable.
Wow. Wow, that's so cool. So that character of who they are in Christ, that centered identity. That's so cool. And
Yeah.
then, so when you talk about this, and then you talk about the freedom framework and the divine design activator, what are some things that really hold people back? What have you found that holds people back for truly going in all in and living this God-fident life?
The freedom framework that I find is we fear the unknown. When we don't know things, there's on the other side, it's like darkness we fear. But
Mm,
once we ask something and we know things, it gives us that confidence. I use examples like simple as making an egg, right? When you're born, you learn this is an egg, EGG, and then you start to develop and start questioning what's an egg, where it come from, what does it do? And then what can you do with an egg, right? There's all theory until you, like my girls go in the kitchen now, until you go to the kitchen, now we actually learn and practice making that egg. You're going to mess up a few times, right? You're
mm,
going to mess up until you get to know how to make eggs and then different forms. And then you ask yourself, what kind of eggs do I like and what you like? Now we can talk. We open a
mm,
restaurant all about eggs, right? So when we're talking about the freedom framework, it's like that. It's like in our faith, what is our faith? The egg can be our faith. What is our faith? What is it? What is this relationship? But until we understand it, and even when we understand it, until we know how to apply it, we cannot just enjoy its full egg freedom. Whereas once you understand the egg freedom, you can have this freedom in many forms, in any way, right?
mm,
As you apply in life, in relationships, in your workplace, in your uh, personal development, in your freedoms. If you have dreams for time freedoms and travel to get to this green earth that Lord has created.
mm. Wow. So it's really about learning to embrace and enjoy the fullness of all that is available to you in this life
With mastery. The
with
key,
mastery.
yeah.
Tell me more about that.
So, for example, like with the egg, anybody can make an egg, but not everybody can make a tasty gourmet egg. And
Right.
not only that, but you can make it in different forms. You can poach it, you can scramble it, fry it, and you can make a casserole. So now with the faith and your skills, you can make your souffle. You can do it any form and know when to make what kind of egg for which occasion. So your faith and your gifts, you know when to apply it. It's like a tool. You master the tool, your superpowers, so that
Mm,
you know when to apply it, when in like stress, in valleys, in peaks, when you have fun. You know when to discern, when to unleash each tool, each power for when and what. So the know
mm,
and the why. For example, I'll give you one more example. When you go to a foreign country, we fear not knowing the language. We don't know the people. We can fear people just reading in the newspaper. Oh, those people are so evil. Me, I'm going to be scared of them. That's because you don't know them.
right.
Imagine you go to a country, to their home, spend some time, then you realize they're not that scary because they're humans like you and I, who need air and food and sleep like anybody else. So you can say now they're like me, regardless how they look. So now it's not so scary. So what the foreign is, unknown is scary, but when you become familiar, is
Right.
no scary.
Right. Okay. So cool. So you help them bring into come and kind of come out of that comfort zone into a new zone of where they can function more freely in a place of just familiarity that now becomes their new normal. Is that right?
New home, promised land. We're taking to the promise where you can chill it and be a place where you can be safe and blossom.
Wow, wow. So what else? So it sounds like just being able to get past that fear of the unknown is one thing that holds people back. What else holds people back from really living this full God-fident life that is available to them?
Most people are born into a certain situation, so they are left with, this is who I am, this is my framework, I was born into it, now I just need to work within it. So what people don't realize, wait a minute, you may have been born into this situation, but what the Lord wants you to see is that you're like this cocoon in this chrysalis. You
Mm,
think that's all you have, but what you don't realize is when you break out as a butterfly, that chrysalis, the world is the limit. You can fly anywhere. You can, there's
mm,
flower to smell and see and things, and you're not just operating within this chrysalis, right? And so what I want people to see is, guys, don't you see, wherever God placed you when you were born, it doesn't end there, it begins there. The Lord's saying there's the entire world, and it's not just for the people who landed there, it's for everybody. Come, I want to show you the wonders of my work. I want to show you the wonders of what you can do, what you're I'm God, I can do all things, but you're my child. You have my
mm.
attribute. Therefore, you can also do what I do and greater things still until I take you to heaven.
Beautiful, beautiful. So the expanded possibilities, I just see helping people to understand the power of stepping into those expanded possibilities. So how do you, if someone wanted to go on this journey and learn how to live this God-fident life and be able to step out of that comfort zone and step into this new world of possibilities for them, where can they go? What do you have something coming up?
Yeah. So I have a mastermind called God-fident Joy Mastermind, where I take people through the steps. It's a transformational, so it's detailed. I'm the kind of coach that will, reach into where you are, take you by the hand, and walk you step by step by step.
Mm.
My friend Sarika put it, I'm like a dentist who find the places that hurt and roots it, and you don't leave the same. You leave.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love step-by-step process and simple. And so this, I know you said mastermind, but masterclass, I think you meant to say masterclass training, we coming up this free masterclass training. So if you're listening today and you know that there's more and you feel stuck, maybe you're like Nicole was and you were frustrated, you want to get off that hamster wheel and you want to walk into that new expansive life that God has for you and learn this God-fident life system, then I want to encourage you to join Nicole on her masterclass. And we're going to put the link down below wherever this video is so that you can register and jump in. And take advantage of everything that's available to you. I guarantee you will not leave the same.
That's right.
Any final words here, Nicole, before we close out?
The final word is I find that anybody who is ready and motivated for if your soul can speak, if the Lord is tugging you at a few things, you're looking for more joy, time, freedom, and everything's a not yet. Everything's a not yet. So you're ready for your not yet. Step like, come, follow us, and let's go to the promised land together.
So good. Thank you so much, Nicole. I can't wait to dive into this God-fident life system. And those who are listening, I hope you're going to join us. We look forward to seeing you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Make
Thanks
sure
for having.
you're welcome. Click the link down below and we'll see you there.
See you there.